And as expected, Tropical Storm Delta has formed right behind the heels of Tropical Storm Gamma. We now have two significant storms within the Caribbean and the Gulf. Tropical Storm Delta, soon to be Hurricane Delta, is definitely scaring weather chasers today, as we could be seeing the potential for a Category 4 storm upon landfall within this cone of uncertainty. The reason they make this cone is because we are not sure where this thing will make landfall. We have anywhere from Louisiana, even that eastern part of Texas, all the way to the panhandle of Florida is open game. Good morning, my friends. Welcome back. October 5th, 2020, 9:55 a.m. And as we expected, we are seeing some major enhancements with Tropical Storm Delta. We do have Tropical Storm Gamma unleashing rain all over Florida for the last 2 or 3 days now. What's about to happen is pretty interesting. Really quickly, the last time we saw a Tropical Storm Delta, or the letter D in the Greek alphabet, which means we went through all 21 names and then multiple names within the Greek alphabet, was 2005, that busy Atlantic hurricane season we had. Definitely a record-breaking season. As you can see right here, we had Tropical Storm Delta 2005. We actually went all the way to Tropical Storm Zeta, so we are 2 storms off the all-time record for most named hurricanes in an Atlantic season ever. And even more significant about that year is what formed in October, specifically October 15th to the 25th. Yes, that was Category 5 Hurricane Wilma. The point being is that I cannot stress enough that not only are local and major weather stations now looking at Delta to be a possibly major hurricane, but the history is there that October does produce these storms. It's very possible the Gulf is very ready for this. And we're going to look at the different models to look at different landfalls and strengths. Right off the bat, I don't like what I see with the spaghetti plots, because we are shooting right through the gap between Cuba and Cancun, Mexico, which means the interaction with land that Delta is going to have is minimal, which means between the state it's in as we talk right now as a tropical storm all the way to landfall, whether that be eastern Texas, that could be the panhandle of Florida, or anywhere in between. I can't stress that enough either. By the time we see that landfall, we could be looking at a very substantial storm. And here are the plots that are predicting the possibility of a Category 4. And I say possibility. I do not make predictions. I show you the available info that we have and all different possible outcomes. A lot of these plots bring this up to a mid-grade or even a little bit of a high-grade Category 2. And then we have 2 plots right now certainly putting this into a Category 4 with the potential there with the warm water and the atmospheric conditions currently in the Gulf. As of right now, this may change. It probably will change over time, but expected landfall within this cone of uncertainty is early Friday morning. You can see 2 a.m. They have the hurricane symbol there. Still going to be a hurricane, more than likely a major hurricane upon landfall. You will see these H's turn to M's probably in the coming hours or days, but that 2 a.m. early morning landfall may be a bit of a silver lining in a dark situation. If we can get a daytime landfall as opposed to an overnight landfall, that would at least help the situation if we have to deal with it to begin with. Taking a look at the Ventus sky chart, which I have set for the GFS, this is showing a possible landfall in Louisiana. Now, I've been getting a lot of questions about where this storm is going to make landfall, and unfortunately, not only should I not be making that prediction, but nobody should be predicting where this thing is going to make landfall. That is why we have something called the cone of uncertainty, and you can kind of see that here as I've already talked about it. The reason we have this cone is because not even the Weather Channel or those types of professionals know where this thing is going to go. Anybody can make an educated guess, but when we're dealing with people's lives, nobody should be making any sort of predictions on where landfall is going to be and scaring people. That is why we put out all the information we have available at the time of the video, and then we update it as need be. And as I record this video this morning at 10:14 a.m. and we look at the Canadian model, we are looking at the possibility of a landfall basically on the border of Louisiana and Mississippi. You can see that right there. So that is the Canadian version. The Europeans also kind of agree with that, but they believe there's going to be a mid-Louisiana landfall before then entering Mississippi, as you could see there. And then we go to the GFS. Now, the GFS has been the one predicting a major storm, a major hurricane, Category 3 or above. Look at where this makes landfall. Also mid-Louisiana, maybe a slight bit closer to the east side than we just saw with the European model. And then finally, we have the Navy model, which we all know likes to be a little bit exaggeratory, but check this out. So it approaches Louisiana, and that's what we're looking at, a midpoint landfall in the state of Louisiana. Louisiana, agreed upon with 3 other charts, except for one that kind of shows a Mississippi and Louisiana landfall. So this is my point exactly. A lot of these things can change, and they do change, which is why that cone of uncertainty is so important. They don't know where this thing is going to land, which is why every state in the Gulf needs to be prepared for tropical storm and soon to be Hurricane Delta. All we can do right now is keep each other informed, keep each other calm and aware of the situation. There is nothing we can do about the path of these storms. All we can do is watch and wait. And I appreciate each and every one of you that come here and leave support down in the comments section and share these videos with other people to get the word out. Thank you so much for watching the video. If you have not already, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Every little bit helps, and click that bell so you are notified every time a new video comes out. Shout out to Canada and Ontario on this semi-early morning Monday. Have a great day, guys. October 5th. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.